Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nobody Sports. I'm Jay, this is Nick. Just want to take a minute to apologize. We ran into some technical difficulties a little bit. It's been a rough week, but we're going to be dropping these divisional breakdowns here real quick. And we're excited because with the technical difficulties, it's funny how when things don't work out, you get that silver lining. We've actually figured out how to do a lot of stuff and progressed a lot. Just not as much recording as we would have liked, but now that we've got that part figured out, I think we're good, and we definitely appreciate the support. We're working hard to try to make the show better. Hope you guys appreciate it. And Nick, how's it going?
Doing well, doing well. No, glad to be back. We're figuring this out step
Mhm.
by step, and definitely loving the progress. Our short got a lot of views. We were excited about that.
Mm.
To be honest, like I always tell people, I thought we'd only get 10 views, when we
Yep.
started. So
I figured we get like 20 or 30.
20 or 30.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
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 20
yeah.
30. That's a
You
good
know,
number too.
it's,
But
it's about the extent of our family.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Or anywhere we're
That
present.
maxes it out.
And but no, I've been pleasantly surprised with our first five episodes. Today's are going to be our sixth, where we're going to cover the NFC South. Um, and yeah, I look forward to it. So
But definitely want to say thank you to all the somebodies out there like you supporting a couple nobodies like us. So we appreciate it.
absolutely, absolutely.
Mm. And well, so we've got some breaking news actually. So we're doing the NFC South, and breaking news to all Saints fan: the Aints bag is back, baby. I don't know if this is good news for you, but we've all, well, I guess it's nice to say we've all been there. Really, only some of us has been there, but we all know whenever you've had too many and you probably should be die of alcohol poisoning before you take that home, but you took it home anyway, and you're so ashamed you put the bag over your own head. But know, um, it was good. So so you're ashamed to admit it, but you just got to wear the bag. And that's really where the Saints organization is at today. Although I will say, silver lining, I'm excited about Kellen Moore as their head coach.
Yeah, we're from Idaho, is where we're at, and so we're very followed his career a lot. So
No, yeah, he's
I,
yeah.
I love it. I Here's the thing about
I
this.
mean, he was the offensive coordinator for the Super Bowl champs last year.
Obviously, we're breaking out with the Saints first because if there's ever a more gonna happen pick, it's the Saints finishing in last this year, unfortunately.
It's Saints or Cowboys. Yeah.
Well, no, 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 in their division,
Oh yeah, in their division. Oh
in
yeah.
their division. So, and
And
when I
really, that's all we've got for the Saints is Kellen Moore, and they're gonna suck. No, I'm just playing.
no, so uh,
uh,
here's the thing. I think the Saints, this is a good example
uh,
of a theme that happens to franchises from time to time, and that is when you all of a sudden lose your starting
they're in
quarterback.
cap hell
Y-
with no starting quarterback.
it's
I mean, at least the Cowboys have a quarterback. They just paid way too much. What's worse, being in cap hell without even a quarterback, or being in cap hell with an overpriced quarterback?
well, another
That's a good question.
example and this is what happens to your franchise when you all of a sudden lose your starting quarterback out of nowhere. Another example of this is the Colts with Andrew Luck when he all of a sudden retired. What have they really done since?
They drafted Anthony Richardson like fourth overall, like dumbasses. They did that.
That's so that's my point is that when you all of a sudden lose your franchise quarterback, you
And then
can't
in
just find them on
draft
trees.
an inept
That's why
quarterback.
it's so funny that people are like, well, why they stick with them? Well, because you can't just find quarterbacks on trees. They just don't happen like that. So if you've got a decent one, you do want to stick with it until you have a for sure lined up. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And the Saints, who's their quarterback this year? Who are they going with?
Oh, they drafted Tyler Shook, but it's not looking good. I think he might even be hurt. I don't know. No one's really talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
And they overdrafted him. So Tyler Shook, a lot of people were saying his draft, which granted I get, sometimes people are way off on this,
Mm-hmm.
but basically his draft profile is like this guy is going to be a great backup quarterback. Like
Yeah.
that was kind of his projection, is
Mm-hmm.
this guy's a career backup, but could be one of the best career backups, right?
Right.
He's going to be a good backup, you know?
Right.
And
Right.
so like basically like this dude's Chase Daniels. I mean, no offense to Chase, but you know, let's be real. One of the better career backups in the NFL.
So quarterback is a huge question, but what they do
They
have,
got the Rattler,
they got Rattler.
the Rattler.
You know what I like their offensive line a little. I say that tongue in cheek. They were average last year,
No, I love their O line.
but they had a lot of injuries last year,
But
right?
here's
So
here's the one thing their
right.
O line hinges on though is they have a rookie tackle, Kelvin Banks Jr. They're banking. Now he's supposed to be good. They drafted him
Mhm.
high. But the one thing actually I didn't like about Kelvin Banks Jr. though is that there's a lot of people saying that if I remember right, he doesn't have the longest arms. And so some people were saying that if this guy doesn't work out at tackle, he really carries a lot of value because he could be a dominant guard.
Yeah.
The problem with that is the Saints have dominant guards. They need him to be a tackle, and he
Mhm.
needs to be a left tackle now.
Right.
In today's NFL as a rookie, and the thing is you can have all of your other positions at offensive line above average. If your left tackle sucks, it's a long day for your quarterback.
It absolutely is.
We all remember that Redskins video back whenever they were men and didn't change their name. I'm just saying, we all remember it. Blindside, you know, was it
Right.
like 3 seconds?
No, it's an
You
excellent
know,
point. You know what they also have though is weapons. Kamara. I mean, Kamara's always a
Alvin Kamara.
weapon.
No, so that's what I have. So actually, I don't really want to say weapons, but my notes are kind of short. I'm going to be honest. So rookie quarterback Tyler Shook, not looking good. Chris Olave, health is a big deal, but I
Olave.
like him.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara had a solid season last year. Good tight end room
Yeah.
with Johnson and Foster Moreau, and
That's about it.
that's it.
That's it.
Oh, they have this deep threat like Gadget Rashid Shaheed or
Mm-hmm.
Shaheed Talib or Khalib or I don't know. No, it's Rashid Taheed. I'm pretty sure something like that.
Right.
I don't know. We're back. Oh yeah, by the way, fuck, we're late on this, but I do want to apologize. So this is part of why I have the notes here too now, guys, because a lot of this we've been doing on the fly, and we tried to give a shout out to a coach, and then I forgot his name like a douche. So by the way, it was Matt LaFleur
Yeah.
for the Packers, and I apologize for that because I was actually genuinely trying to pay some respect to the guy, and
Right.
then it may have seemed like I was. I really wasn't. I just fucking brain fart, you
And
know.
I should apologize even more so because he used to be an assistant with the Rams, and his
Well,
brother is currently our
here's
assistant.
what's fucked up. As
So
soon as the video was over, you know what I wanted to say in my head, and the reason I didn't say his name is I kept thinking Matt Light, and I kept being like, "No, that's the O lineman." And then as soon as the video was over, I told Nick that, and then he's like, "It's Matt LaFleur," and I was
yeah,
like, "Fuck, I should have just said Matt Light," so he corrected me,
yeah,
you know, because it would
it
have
would have,
jogged him.
it would have,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I know, sorry, we kind of interrupted the Saints flow there, but I
That's
forgot.
gonna happen a lot this year.
I wanted to make sure and do that though, because I legit was trying to shout out the coach for the Packers, saying that you know he's pretty underrated. He's been pretty solid there. So
Yeah.
yeah, Matt LaFleur. Even
Uh,
though it sounds like he's French, I don't know how I feel about that.
their to switch
They
sides of the
retreat a lot.
ball for the Saints, their secondary can get at it. Their front seven, that's where some question marks are.
Let's see. Horrible run D, not a
Yeah,
great pass rush, 21st in pressure rate. Now, here's what I like though. Kool-Aid looks legit as a shutdown corner,
I
which
like
is
that name.
awesome because, well, his name's fucking Kool-Aid.
His name is Kool-Aid. That is sweet.
I can't wait to see him on a Kool-Aid commercial.
Yeah,
He's got to do it. It's got to happen.
exactly.
Like Kool-Aid, where you at?
That it reminds me of when we were breaking down the AFC East video. We forgot other cool names like Chop Robinson and Storm Duck.
Mm,
Man, those are great names. I love it. I love it. So here we go.
I
Another name to add to the list.
my favorite is Juju Smith, like Juju Smith Schuster, and like, there's some ones where it's just like, what were you? But then you find out it's shortened, so it's
Right.
like, okay, so your parents didn't actually go Juju, you know? Like, imagine if some Germans named their kid Juju, like
Right.
the world would be outraged.
So we both have the Saints finishing in last.
Oh, a couple other notes. Like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
Cam Jordan needs to be Cam Jordan for the whole
Yes.
season. D line is weak. Linebacker actually looked okay, and then vying for number one pick in next year's draft. The Aints are back, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they might have competition. You never know.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's kind
yep.
of wrong. No,
They're a mess.
they are a mess.
Mm.
They always love to be the talk of the preseason, by the way. So
Yeah, but not in a good way.
no,
It's like It's like going to hang out with the boys and bragging about getting bukkakeed or something, just not cool. That's the wrong kind of mess to talk
Oh
about.
my god.
Okay.
Yeah. Um.
I'm just saying, you don't want to talk about that.
No. Uh.
Shouldn't have even been there. What were you doing, Jerry? No, that's
No.
horrible.
It is
Anyway.
horrible. It is horrible. No, but so and I just put up, how we definitely want to hear from you guys, how you think the divisions will break down. We've gotten some good comments. We love even if people think that we're wrong, which absolutely we're gonna be wrong. But we definitely want to hear your side of it too. I got the Saints at 4-13. Probably like you say, vying for the number one pick for sure. Who do you got finishing? I think this division is pretty easy to pick. I mean, let's just go with it. Panthers in third, Falcons.
Now, Panthers are an intriguing third, though, I
They
will
are an
say.
intriguing third.
There's a lot of intriguing thirds in the NFC.
There are. I actually, I want to say Falcons is an automatic second, and then Bucks first. I really think that that's how this division is
Mm.
going to play out, and we'll break down each team here. But I do think the Falcons can possibly, if any of them, get above the Saints. But I definitely think we're both sold on the Panthers finishing third.
Yep. And I've got so I mean Bryce Young's coming into his third
Third
year.
year.
He needs to prove it this year,
I,
though.
I think this is
He
the year that you need to say, hey, I'm going to be a quarterback moving forward, or maybe I'm a backup quarterback. This is
right.
where you
Well,
make that
he
decision.
he had a promising second half of last season, though. But still, here's what I don't like. They were 29th overall in yards per game, but they were 26th on third down.
Hmm.
I look at that a lot. I like to see quarter. That's part of why I'm so high on Jalen Hurts. And then, I mean, obviously I'm a homer here, but why I like Mahomes so much. You
Right.
can say what you want. Pull up situational stats. Pull up third down. Pull up fourth quarter. That's what I want to see when a quarter. How good are you there? That says a lot to me.
Right.
Because if you're good there, there's hope for you. We can coach you up on the other downs.
Right.
Well, not me, but the people who get paid for that shit.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the running back Hubbard. I
Hubbard,
really
that's what
like him.
Hubbard, underrated running back. And I love this. They picked up Rico Dowdle.
Yes.
How the Cowboys let him
I don't
go.
understand. And then brought in a guy who
So
I don't feel is better.
I actually think that Chuba is better as
No,
more of the two
Dowdle's better
back.
than the guy that Dallas brought in, is what I was saying.
Oh, absolutely he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dowdle's
100%. We'll get to that. Holy shit, that's a head scratcher.
yeah.
Big head scratcher. But anyway, so we'll get there. We're not on that division, but
Cowboys,
we'll,
don't
we'll,
you worry.
well, yeah, don't you worry. We got bags for you too, bitches. Anyway. America's team, my ass. Wait, did I say that?
No,
Hot mic.
you
No.
did say that.
But I actually think that this could pan out surprisingly, where Rico Dowdle is actually more of the premier back. Because here's the thing with Chuba, I do like Chuba, but Chuba is exceptional as a change of pace back,
Mhm.
and if he can come in fresh, that dude. But the one thing I don't like about him, and this is where it shows up a lot, part of which helps with that third down too, short yardage. Not a big guy. Not
Yeah.
gonna go bruise through and break tackles. He's quick. He's shifty. Get him out in space. Great receiver out of the backfield. Now Dowdle also does that, but Dowdle though can get you a couple tough yards if you need.
I think so too.
And so I actually really like, because Chuba was already good.
Mhm.
Now you bring Dowdle Muba to where he's exceptional, like
I
one of the
like that
best in the league
I
in that
really think
role.
that's a good versatile combination that the
Mhm.
Panthers have there.
Yep, it is. It is. So I
And
like that.
I
They're going to
really
be able to use that a lot as a safety valve too. Both of those guys are great receiving backs.
exactly. And with the pass game, you bring in Thielen, yeah, Leggett. I love Leggett. I think Leggett's going to be a very good wide receiver. He got hurt a little bit last year, if I
Xavier
remember.
Leggett. Yeah. No. Oh,
But
Tet McMillan, though, their rookie wide receiver.
yes.
And I get it's preseason, but that dude
Well,
looks like the real deal.
he's like what, 6'5"?
Yeah,
He's
six.
huge.
But here's the thing: how many other 6'5" guys have come in and not panned out?
Right.
This dude, like, he's looking like
agree.
a fresh Mike Evans. That's what he's reminding me of. Like, he's a bigger, taller Mike Evans, but like, I'm getting some Mike Evans vibes from this
I,
dude,
I
which is
think
good.
I think the
That's really
Panthers
good.
offense is going to be strong this year. I really
Well,
do.
this is what bugs me. It all comes down again to Bryce Young because
It
here's the other
does.
thing too. Their O line actually wasn't horrible last year. Granted, it wasn't
It,
great.
it,
They
it was
had an average O line though
it was
last
him
year.
holding onto the ball.
But yeah, he held on to the ball. Well, they were still 11th fewest in sacks even with that. Um,
Well,
but
he'll learn, and like you said, it's his third year, and I think he'll actually have a good year this year. I just have that feeling. He seems like he's got
mm,
a lot of the the fundamentals. He's just finding his way, I think, is what the thing is. And then there's been some
here's
changes.
a
Yeah.
question:
Hmm.
you're drafting today, Bryce Young or Brock Purdy?
Uh, and you know everything you know.
Right now, where they're at in their
Yeah,
career today.
yeah. I mean, Spike tells me to pick Bryce Young, but mentally, I might go with Purdy. You
I
know,
think I would have to go Purdy too. Purdy's proven more. I get Bryce Young maybe has a higher seat, but
he
I
does have a
actually
higher ceiling.
I
I do think
he
that.
was supposed to be Drew Brees,
Yeah.
and Bo Nix is looking more like Drew Brees, not Bryce Young.
Bo Nix is looking more
Bryce
like Drew
Young, I
Brees.
don't think. Here's what I do think. I think that I've seen, and I get it's early, and I actually kind of hope I'm wrong on this
I
because he
hope you're
is
wrong
young.
too, because I really
But
want him to have a good
I
year
think
this year.
Bryce Young though is a franchise quarterback, but I don't think that Bryce Young is the Hall of Fame guy. I think Bryce Young's ceiling is more of like Dak Prescott when he had his few good years. You know what I mean? More
Yeah.
like that, where it's like he can get the job done. He can be an above average franchise or like an Andy Dalton or
Yeah.
I think that's more his ceiling. And if he hits it, that's fine because you put a team around him. And
Hmm.
as long as he doesn't play horribly in the playoffs, that's what matters. If he can still be the same person in the playoffs, that's
And
you can
here's
get
the
her done.
thing. I think their offense has a. I don't want to say a playoff team offense because it's not their. I mean, it can be, right? But the thing that's going to hold the Panthers back big time is did they get better on defense because they were last in everything, absolutely
They were,
everything,
yeah. So
last in
third in
everything.
pressure rate, secondary is terrible, run D is terrible, 32nd for yards per game and rushing yards per carry in the running game. But one thing I do like that's a sneaky good pickup, only because I know because he was with the Chiefs last year. Tershawn Wharton
Yeah.
was actually quietly one of the better defense. Now, granted, he had Chris Jones next to him though, so
Hmm.
how much did that help?
Right.
But I think he had like 6 or 7 sacks last year for us as a defensive tackle,
Yeah.
which is what more can you ask for from your defensive tackle? That's a pretty stellar season.
I mean, that's just the question. So, are they going to get better on the defensive side of the ball? Uh,
Well, they do have a lot of young guys in the secondary, so
yeah.
I did see that. It actually looks like the secondary should get a little bit better this year.
Right.
Um, and then they've made additions at every level though. So why the
Right.
D, not a top 10 D at all, should be better this year.
I
I
think.
could see them being a 16th, 7th, which would be a huge improvement for them. Like if they're a 16th to 20th ranked defense,
Yeah.
that's actually really good. You're moving up 10 spots now.
Huge.
That's huge. Couldn't
Because
ask
I
for
think
more.
their
And I think they
offense.
can hit that.
I think their offense is going to be, maybe that 15 to 10 range, maybe even top 10. Um,
I don't think
I
that.
I don't think top 10, but
Here's
I
what I
do
do
feel
think
that
though.
15 to 10
I do think
range
that the running backs though, they could have a top 10 running back room
for sure.
because that's sneaky good. Even though Dowdle and Hubbard, those aren't your marquee names, that's a quietly good 1-2 punch.
I got the Panthers at 7 and 10, for this year, finishing
You know,
third.
it's funny. I put 6 to 8 wins. I couldn't pin down an
So
exact,
there you
but
go.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just,
So let's get to the Falcons then, because I'm excited.
a lot of excitement for
I
Penix.
the first time I watched the Falcons, I wrote some notes down, but the second time I
Here's what we
went
need to
through
do.
and
The one thing I didn't note though, and I'm not, but I do know this. I've heard that they have been bit pretty hard with the injury bug already.
yeah, I mean, I think
I need to see where those injuries are because
right,
honestly, I have no idea. All I can tell you is that I know that the word on the street is there's lots of injuries in Atlanta. Okay.
right.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play,
Well, but with that being said,
but the players may not be able to play because they're injured.
though that happens to every team.
It's that damn
So
strip club. I want to
uh
go.
you do. No. I think so. Panix, he played in 5 games, started 3 last year. Didn't wow. I mean, he wowed, but the stats didn't look great. So he'll be going into his second year.
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, that's where you start with the offense. And actually, I do think they've got some weapons. They've got two
Number
wideouts.
one ranked O line.
Yep.
It's crazy.
But the weapons, Drake London, Maury, Mooney.
You know what that tells me though is this is why Kirk Cousins is still a free agent.
Well,
No, no, no. Here's the thing. Usually he's good. If you give him a run game and an O line,
mm-hmm.
he had an O line and a run game.
Yeah.
I am actually shocked with that week of a division and everything and the number one ranked O line. I'm shocked that with Kirk Cousins, they didn't
Well, their
do
offense.
more in that running game, actually.
Well, it was their defense last
I
year
think
that.
Kirk Cousins is done.
Well, I mean, he could be a backup. I mean, but he. Hey, you know what though? While Kirk Cousins was in the NFL, he made bank.
No, I love the and I love the
Bank.
fact he did that minivan thing
Yeah.
too. That's cool.
Yeah.
He's all like
No,
simple about shit.
Captain Kirk's cool.
Oh yeah, you like that? I like that.
No,
I'd hang out with Kirk.
but I think the Falcons have a lot of optimism to be going into this year. I think last year they were 8-9, something like that. I really do feel that it's gonna. I mean, if the defense can get better, because the problem isn't on the
All right,
offense. It's
here's the
just
problem though: is
where's the
that
problem?
situationally on offense on third down and in the red zone. Oh, they need to be better there, but no, they have the 31st ranked defense on third down.
Yeah, you can't.
Situationally, they were terrible on offense and defense.
I'd like
The
to think.
defense didn't get off the field on third down, and then the offense couldn't get first downs on third down and couldn't get touchdowns in the red zone. And then Younghoe Koo missed a bunch of kicks for him.
So I think that when you're led by Raheem Morris, I think your defense is going to get better. Number one. Number two, they did get a new defensive coordinator, and then in the draft they went defense in the first round, which is great. It'll be interesting because
Oh, no, no, that's what they did. So here's what I like that they did. The defense should get better because they added Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr. Here's what's funny. You know who James Pierce Jr.'s draft cop is?
Yeah.
Leonard Floyd. And then they added Leonard Floyd.
It's funny because
which I love that.
It is funny that when you end up playing with your comp. No, but that's exactly what I was just going to say is that, those two guys, and I'll be interested to see the James Pierce because we traded Atlanta for the 26th pick. Now
so
we get
here's the thing:
they did that.
They did that to try to get a. Oh, what's
no,
that?
You're good. You're good. You're good. Go.
Oh no. Well, I was gonna say is they did that to try to get a pass rush. That's gonna be a whole new thing for them because they literally have had zero pass rush.
Right, and so they got to get. That's just it. So they recognize that hey, we got to get better on that side of the ball because the offense is solid. So and they addressed it. So the more I think about it, I mean, are they a 10-win team? Maybe. It depends on what Penix Jr.
Here's what I put.
Lead them.
They have for
Are
a
they an
floor
8-win
versus ceiling. I put them at a 6-game floor with a 12-game ceiling, and then I put I'll meet in the middle and say 9 wins because I didn't know what to do.
That's funny. That's funny. So yeah, I mean that's just what, like I said at the beginning, I think that we see this division the same exact way from bottom to top. And speaking of the top, that's where we're at now. Let's talk about the Bucks.
The Bucks. I like the Bucks. It's Baker time.
It is Baker time.
Fourth in points per game, third in yard per game last year on offense. Baker was tied for second with 41 touchdowns, but he did tied for the most interceptions with 16, and he had the third most passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah. And the thing is, last year, Chris Godwin was hurt a lot of the year. So, if he could stay healthy, and Mike Evans too, Mike Evans historically.
They doubled down on their offense, though.
Yeah.
Because even with their injury, so that's the iron Mike Evans, who he just gets 1,000 yards. That dude gets 1,200 yards every year, basically. He never gets 2,000 yards. No. Never gives you 17, 1,800. He gives you, but I love it though. For 10 plus years, he gives you 1,200 yards and 8 to 12 touchdowns a year, like nothing.
He's definitely solid.
But they so let's see here, double down. Oh yeah, and then so Godwin, Jalen McMillan, that's who they had last year. But then they drafted Egbuka, that rookie wide receiver. Yeah. Reminds me a lot of Anquan Bolden.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of Anquan Bolden. Yeah. Runs routes, plays physical like him. I mean, watch out for that name.
That's a good wide receiver room, right?
Oh yeah. Well, and then they have another rookie I didn't even add my notes, who actually looks pretty promising. I think they got second, third round or something, but they back to back wide receiver it.
Well, and then they got again another team with I think two good running backs. I mean, I'm excited about Bucky Irvin's second year. That guy had an amazing rookie year. But then Rashad White, it's I mean, maybe not I not as good as what we've talked about previously, but it's good
No,
enough.
Rashad White quietly, like Bucky Irving is the number one back, but I actually mentioned Rashad White because I was talking more about the passing game. He was, I'm trying to remember the year. I wish I'd have notated the yards. He did really good though
Hmm.
as a receiving back
Yeah.
and rushing too. So as a two punch, it's like I actually think Rashad White could be a stud as a starting running back with the carries on another team. Looking at his stats, like you know what I mean. And Bucky Irving's so good that they have to pull him off the bench. That's a good problem to
It
have.
is a good problem to have. It
So
is a
even
good problem.
even if Bucky Irving gets banged up, I'm actually comfortable with Rashad White carrying the load for 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that with this team actually. O line's really good, and I think actually best. I really like this. Probably the best left tackle in the game in Wirfs.
Yeah.
Tristan Wirfs, really good. Like dude is not allowing sacks at all.
Well, and that's just it. If you
He's
keep your
locking down
quarterback
edge
up,
rushers.
that's the key to the game.
Here's what I like though. So they added Jacob Parrish, total dog. He
Hmm.
actually he's a cornerback, but I almost wonder if they move him to safety because that dude. I'm trying to think of some of the name, but like the way that dude tackles, he is a physical guy.
Yeah.
Like he lays hits on motherfuckers. Like I like that. I like that in that defense too with what they already have, because the the problem is last year where their defense struggled was actually the secondary,
Hmm.
but they had injuries. Antoine Winfield was out.
Right.
Dude's a stud at so
They have the guys.
they do. So if they stay healthy, and then what they also added Ben Morrison, Jacob Parrish. Those guys look pretty solid. Or no, Jacob Parrish is the physical corner that they drafted. And then their D line last year, top 10 in pressure, top 10 in sacks, second highest blitz rate. I love that.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck's his name, coach. I love that coach.
For Tampa?
Yeah.
Um,
What the fuck am I drawing? See, I'm doing it again. See, this is why the notes.
Bulls.
Todd Bowles, man. I love that dude has got a set of balls on him. It don't matter. Like that dude will call a blitz like nobody's, but he don't give a fuck. He
No.
don't give a shit who you're Peyton Manning. I'm blitzing.
I'm blitzing. I'm
Brady,
coming.
blitz him.
Send full send it.
Here's what makes his defense so effective. My favorite part about this defense, though, is so the defense is really good with sacks, but they're led by their defensive tackles.
Hmm.
So they're built from the inside out. And then Todd Bowles he's willing to to do more with less with the edge rushers and the scheme.
Hmm.
And it's like Bowles has a good understanding of this is what I'm good at. I'm going to make sure that the offense is fucking stacked because I don't do offense.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure I keep these fucking hog mollies in the middle. And then I'm going to scheme and bring pressure from all over the place.
It's funny. I was watching this. I
And
was
I
reading
love
this.
it.
I was reading this ESPN article about most entertaining teams to watch, and Tampa was in. I think they were number two.
Top 10 run defense
I mean, you know where your Chiefs were though.
should be number one.
No, they were actually 30th.
Oh, yeah. Last year, though, they weren't the best. Well, here's the thing. Actually, they won a lot of one possession games. So I will say this a lot of boring games until the fourth quarter, right? And then, like, the
Right.
last, like, 5 minutes of
At
Chiefs
least
games
the last 5 minutes
were
good.
pretty must watch, actually. But yeah,
So, but Tampa's, I mean, they're
Levante
entertaining to
David,
watch. Yeah.
maybe the most underrated linebacker, inside linebacker in the league. I mean, him and Fred Warner are probably the best at it.
So Tampa's definitely making the playoffs. Maybe even doing some damage.
I think this is an 11 or 12 win team. They win the
Yeah.
division, a legit contender in the NFC. No one's talking about, but Baker needs to have 10 picks instead of 16. And yeah, watch out in the
That's it.
playoffs. If this
Yeah.
team's healthy, they're built to play with anyone. And here's the other thing I like too is the it's catch 22 because it's a lot Brett Favre with it. But the one thing I like though is he's not going to shrink up. You're going to get Baker Mayfield in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's coming out fired up. He's going to like he feeds off of that emotion. And I'm not saying he can't have a bad playoff game, but it's not from a lack of confidence or him freezing up. He is a fight. Like when it's fight, flight, or freeze, Baker's fighting every time.
Right.
And you know that. And I like that. And that's one of the big problems with like Lamar Jackson. When it's the divisional round, he freezes,
Yeah,
loses all his
Baker.
fight.
I've been so every year I feel like Baker's actually had an interesting career. He's had some downs and he's
I
battled
think those were important
and
though.
he's battled from that, and everyone loves that kind of a story because that's true winner stuff, right?
I love how he's carried his swagger throughout it all though.
And he's been that's just it. I think that's probably what's held him through. He I don't get the feeling that he's ever doubted it. I mean, I'm sure he's had some doubts internally at some point, but he still maintained that he was confident enough that I am this good and I do deserve to be here and I am going to go out there and take it.
Well, honestly, the last year with the Browns that he
Mm-hmm.
was there, he played injured
Yeah.
and missed the playoffs.
I love the one game he played for us on Monday Night Football was epic.
He came in, didn't even know the playbook, couldn't have possibly known the
Epic.
playbook, and put up like 42 points or some shit. It was
No,
crazy.
he didn't do that. No, it was a
Whatever.
tough game,
It was
but
great.
he led a fourth quarter comeback.
He did. I don't know. He looked amazing.
So
I don't know. With
yeah,
no playbook, it doesn't matter. The fact that he even completed
the
passes.
fact that we won the game,
They flew him in midweek.
it was against the Raiders at the time. They weren't that good.
Okay,
But
they flew him in
hey,
midweek.
again, not my problem.
No,
NFL team.
no timing with receivers, no timing with the just like flew him in. Hey, we're gonna condense the playbook and we're gonna simplify it for you. Just do your best, bud. And he
Yeah.
goes and gets a dub.
So I'm excited for Baker and the Bucks, and so yeah, I think that I think that's how we I think that'll wrap us up for this episode of the NFC South. How do you feel about it?
Let me see here. Oh, something else I like too. Savassier Dennis.
Yeah,
Savassier.
there's
It's
another
kind of
good name.
it's kind of spicy. Savassier. They replaced Kenny Britt with him. I don't know what that means. Should be pushed, but I hope Savassier makes more plays.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, no, we see it. Yeah, I mean it's the Bucks, and
it's
then
the Bucks.
the Falcons though could be that
If
second
it goes
playoff team.
right, well, I definitely feel that they have a potential for a playoff bid. I
They
do.
do as a wild card.
Like they're going to be in that week 18. These are the playoff scenarios that need to happen for this,
Mm.
this, and this, and they're involved. So
They're not ready for the Bucks yet.
yeah,
And Tristan Wirfs locks down their rookie pass rushers.
there's a lot to like about the Bucks. So.
Mm.
But well, that'll wrap it up for this episode of Nobody Sports.
Mhm.
Good episode, good breakdown. We got two more to go. We're going to break down the NFC East next, and then we'll finish up with the NFC West. And then, gosh, it's almost ready for week one.
Yeah, we've got to get something out. We're probably going to do a longer episode here. It'll drop probably
Really
right as
close
the
to
season,
some
really close to season. But we're going to do our way too early playoff Super Bowl. And
picks.
I think we're going to have an interesting format there, which we're going to talk about, but on how we do it. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to pick it and just,
Yeah,
pick it and
I
see.
like it. I like
Um,
it. So
I will say this though, again, if you have the extra money, keep get gambling douchebags. But if the odds, I'd imagine the odds have to be really good. If you bet, like, if you could put $50 on the Bucks right now just to make the Super Bowl, I'm not saying that's like, but like,
the odds are probably a little high, you know.
well, right,
Well,
but your
not
return
high,
on that
but
is
your
going to be.
return's going to be good.
I'm willing to bet if you had $50 that you could afford to potentially throw away,
Yeah,
you got a better chance of winning this bet than winning the lottery by far. I
yeah.
will tell you that. Like, yeah, I think you got like a legit 1 in 10 shot on this one
I don't
to
know.
get back like $200.
Maybe that $50 in Saints last place, if you can make that bet.
That's another good one.
I mean,
Well,
that's a
actually,
guarantee.
I don't know though because Jarrah's World.
No, last place in the division.
Oh, in the division.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could do that. Yeah.
I think you're thinking number one pick.
Oh, by the way, what did I told my daughter? So I have 3 daughters. My middle daughter actually did the Aints bag for us. This is why you don't order from Amazon. I was gonna put it on my head, but well, when you order on Amazon, I got these fucking bags for Asian people. I guess I don't fucking know. She drew this. Apparently, it's supposed to be me, and she put holes in there for the ears. So I'm supposed to show you this. So this is like a Gucci version of the Aints bag, so you can be stylish, I guess. But anyway, all right. Peace out.
Later, guys.
I wonder if Chinese people are going to be mad at us.